Yeah, I'm trying to remember it now. It was like a YouTube video, and it's if you didn't cry when Mal died, then stuff like that. It was pretty
Oh,
good. 'Cause,
I was
that was sad when
I was very angry when he died.
yeah, 'cause that
Because it's always characters I like that fucking die in things. It's never like the ho
yeah
hum character that they could easily do without. You know.
yeah. But Firefly was good. Then they made the Serenity movie, which I watched
I
too.
think that's the one I watched. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the to tie up all the loose ends and um,
What's going on, Dar?
not much.
Oh no, you just trailed off of mid thought there.
No,
Yeah,
I
we were
didn't.
kind of done with that
Yeah,
thought.
we
I
were kind
just
of
kind
done with
of
it.
let it linger.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a nice thought.
Ah, yeah. The Ballad of Serenity.
Jesus Christ.
The Ballad of Serenity. Okay.
Yeah, that's the name of their ship. That's the theme
Oh,
Yeah.
song.
okay. Like I said, for some reason, I never got a chance to watch it, so I never got into
Yeah, it's like you can
Firefly.
find it lots of places. To go see it. And it's pretty freaking awesome. Firefly was awesome.
Uh, My wife she wants to go see Indiana Jones in this new movie
Oh, it's gonna be
Uh,
shit.
it's gonna be total shit. Why would you do that?
because the wife wants to go see it.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so
well,
sorry, man.
And what the wife wants to go is when she wants to go see a movie.
She's not gonna like it. If she liked the original movie, she's not gonna like this. I've heard things,
I've heard things too.
and the trailer is awful. No,
Oh, the
honey.
trailer is horrible. She liked
yeah.
it. She liked it, and but
Oh my God, your wife. I'm sorry, I didn't know your wife was retarded. She's gonna
Well,
fucking murder me.
obviously she has no taste. I mean, come on,
yeah, she
look who
married
she's married
me. I
to.
mean, what can you say?
Look who she's
Wow.
married to. I'm just saying, she has no taste.
It's that's a given.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, man.
That's an absolute given. But see, I've said this. I've been saying this for years. Women have impossibly high taste in everything except one,
Yeah.
Men.
and that's the man that they marry,
Oh God, yes.
or the
Well,
men that
see,
they hang around with. And in that area, for some reason, that
men and women go into marriage with um, different mindset. Men go into marriage going, I hope she never changes. I like her the way she is.
Mm.
Women go in going, I can change him, make
Yeah.
him better. And
Now you
that's
know
the
what? I
mindsets they
didn't.
go into it.
You can go ahead and laugh at me, but I didn't. I didn't think like that. I had no hope at that point in my life. I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is it. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You know what? But I'm just saying, as a general rule,
Generally, yeah, I
hashtag
can see
not
it.
all.
But I learned something. It only gets worse once the rings are on. So no,
You
no,
know,
you're not gonna change him.
I hear that a lot from people going, well, they totally changed after the
Mm,
ring came on, and all
I don't
that.
think they change as so much as they
But
start letting stuff slip.
well, so yeah, like they say, that's kind of the mindset. And I don't even think that, a lot of people realize that's the mindset that go into it. Because I mean, coming up here pretty quick will be my 28th anniversary.
Oh,
And has my wife changed? Yeah.
well, over 28
Um,
years, yeah.
well, yeah. And, I know I've changed. Have I changed for the better or for the worse? That's the question. I think in a lot of respects, I've changed for the better. But then again, I'm doing a totally different career now and everything else. So
True.
yeah, it's just yeah, it is what it is. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh my God, we're live.
Yeah, we've been live.
Oh my God, I didn't even know. I'm just sitting here coughing and slurping this
Yeah, I
drink
know.
down
We're
and
just shooting the shit and everything.
being my own classy self,
Yeah, and our
Yeah.
audience is going, "What the hell is wrong with these three?
We've
Don't they
been
know how to
live
run
for
a
the
stream?"
past 5.5 minutes.
Well, I see
Yeah.
that now that I'm looking at the screen. Oh my God.
Yeah, so hopefully, yeah. See, but that's kind of cool because we have
Oh!
a understanding audience, and now they're
No, I
like,
didn't call you baby.
and now they're like, get some of the inside baseball what goes on.
Well, I mean, the whole thing of the Friday stream is conversation.
Yeah, it's to take our minds off all the bullshit that's going on
Right.
elsewhere.
And I mean, we had a good conversation going, and it came time to go live. So why interrupt the flow?
No, I noticed
I
when you went
saw the
live.
chat,
I thought it was
Shroom.
pretty funny.
Let's see how long it takes Ramen and Darn to notice.
Yeah, no, I noticed right away. I just didn't say anything because I'm okay with it. Because I'm okay with the inside baseball, and I know our audience is cool with it. So that
I
is
just
fine.
noticed something here
Yeah,
with my screen. Like I've been using dark mode,
yeah.
all right, and which I absolutely love. And
Okay.
with the dark mode on, well, up until I just got rid of it and then went back to it, the black backgrounds were behind our avatars
Yeah,
was actually clear. You could see through. So
yeah.
uh, but then when I went and shut it off, then turned it back on, the black backgrounds came back. Oh well.
When the hell is Lana Glazer, and why is there a sidewalk full of people waiting to get in? Who is Lana Glazer? That's a good question. Who is Lana Glazer? I don't know.
Never heard of
How
Lana
is
Glazer.
Lana Glazer?
Who is Lana Glazer? Shall I look it up?
Okay, let's see. Lana Glazer.
American comedian. She is a comedian.
Comedian, director, producer, writer, and actress. She co-created and co-starred with Abby Jacobson in the Comedy Central series Broad City,
Never even heard of it.
which is based on the web series of the same name.
No idea.
Twice nominated for the Critics' Choice TV Award for Best Actress in a Comedy Series. Starred in 2017 film Rough Night.
Not
Stand-up
familiar.
comedy special The Planet is Burning. Won a Tony Award for Strange Loop. Okay.
Not familiar with any of her work, so yep, don't know. I'm
No.
with you, Duck Dog. Yeah, I'm with you, Gunny. I don't get it.
Women aren't funny and they're no business being comedians anyway.
There are some funny women out there.
There were some funny women.
Well, okay, there were.
I don't
Well,
believe you.
yeah. Well, Phyllis Diller was hysterical.
Was she really a woman now?
Yeah, she
And
was.
I mean, Minnie, if you couldn't laugh at Minnie Pearl,
Yeah. See now. Yeah, if you couldn't laugh at Minnie Pearl, then you had issues.
if
Minnie
Minnie
Pearl
Pearl
was
if
hilarious.
she didn't bring a smile to your face, something was wrong.
I never saw
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
She
If
an
you
emo?
could. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where she got her start. She come out.
Oh
She
no, no,
wore
no.
this.
She was Grand Ole Opry long
Oh
before
yeah. Well,
Hee
okay.
Haw.
Yeah, she was on a lot. She was elsewhere before Hee Haw, but Hee Haw kind of brought her national attention.
Mainstream? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she on Hee Haw, she had this hat with the price tag still attached.
I remember that because my
And then
mom
she
used
go,
to watch Hee Haw.
howdy.
Oh,
I
she was a
can't do
cute
that
little old
because
lady.
I don't have a high enough pitch voice, but
I
Becca
got the
is
idea.
here. But yeah, Minnie Pearl was hilarious and she cracked me up.
And uh, that what? Oh, Roseanne Barr. Her early stuff.
Stand up,
Her
yeah.
early stand-up routines were
Yeah, her early stand up before she started that show. Because
right.
I got to tell you, her early stand up was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Then she got on the Roseanne show, which sucked. And then,
Mm,
and see, but the thing is, Roseanne Barr, I will never be a fan of Roseanne Barr because she came to San Diego, sang the national anthem before a Padres game,
Oh God, yes.
and after that, I can no longer be a Roseanne. I know she's trying to rehabilitate her career and everything, but I will never be a Roseanne Barr fan, no matter what she does, because of that.
That is very difficult to forgive.
Yeah, so I just, you know, forgive whatever. That's it's just, yeah, that kind of just ruined me on her, and I'll. You don't come to a town full of sailors and do that. I'm just saying, sailors and jarheads. You just don't do that.
Well, yeah,
I love my children.
I love your children too, and I don't even know them.
I I think your children are fantastic.
I'm just saying that. So keep
Yeah.
saying it. I just gotta keep saying it. It's Friday.
uh, my my wife the other day, the, y'all know I love my wife. She's the most precious thing in my life.
She didn't put
Okay.
the skillet in the dishwasher again, did
No,
she?
no, 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 no. All right.
Oh,
I needed 4 chicken thighs for dinner.
oh no.
And she said, "But what if I can't find a package for?" I said, I don't care if if you have to buy a family pack. That's no big
Right.
deal because we'll just put them in the vacuum machine, suck them up, and throw them in the freezer, and then
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Suck."
we'll have the chicken thighs for the next time we need them.
Oh God, what happened?
Right. So she come home and she goes grocery shopping and I'd fallen asleep on the couch when she got home. And after, so later on I wake up and I asked her if she got the chicken thighs because I needed some of them for dinner that night. She goes, "Well, yeah, but you were asleep, so I put them in the freezer." Okay.
Okay.
She goes, and I said, "Why'd you put?" Well, they were already frozen, so I just went ahead and put them back in the freezer.
Oh, that's helpful.
Okay, so what are we going to do for dinner tonight when I need to start cooking here in about an hour? Oh, I didn't think you wanted them for dinner for tonight.
Oh my God.
Pizza
Dear,
it is. Pizza
I
it is.
Was it pizza?
no, it wasn't pizza. Fortunately, I had a pound of hamburger thawed,
Oh,
and there is a recipe floating around out there on the internet that I figured I would try.
okay.
All right. Uh, Cook up your onions, your garlic, and bell peppers and such, all the stuff that you normally cook up for a spaghetti sauce, your veggies,
Okay.
okay, and aromatics. Then you dump in a jar of ragu, whatever.
Okay.
All right. Then you also dump in a jar of Alfredo sauce.
Sounds
Oh,
gross so far.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he
Then,
almost lost me with ragu, but
well,
Yeah,
any
we did lose me with ragu. I'm like,
well,
yeah, that is.
whatever type of red sauce you like. It
The
doesn't have
kind my wife makes. How's that?
same.
it doesn't have to be ragu, but whatever kind of red sauce you like. Then add in a half a pound to a pound of mozzarella cheese and a
Okay.
bunch of Parmesan cheese, and then the Spiro pasta. You know,
Oh, fusilli. I love those.
whatever. Just pre-cook your uh, pasta to al dente or just short of al dente. Then throw that in and stir it all together. Duck Dog, I sort of agree with you. I'm not a big fan of jarred Alfredo sauce.
No, it's kind of gross. It has too much garlic.
Well,
There's
no, there's
never too much garlic.
no
Hush.
such
For
thing as too much
Alfredo,
garlic.
yeah. For Alfredo, yeah. It's too fucking much garlic. Now, I'd be in
So,
agreement if it were red sauce.
but so anyway, I went ahead and tried. I happen to have. I keep that jarred stuff around for emergency meals like this anyway.
Okay.
So that's what I made up. It was like, okay, because I don't right now I don't mind making a really big batch, too much for two of us to eat because I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing my food prep for hurricane season. And I'm overcooking anyway and freezing foods and putting in the,
Right.
vacuum sealing and putting in the freezer. So I went ahead and made that up. And actually that turned out as a lot better than you would expect it to taste.
Okay, did you do it in layers? Because I saw them doing it in layers. Like a layer of, like you have a little sauce on the bottom to keep the pan wet, and then you
No,
have
no, no. No,
pasta.
this isn't a lasagna style. No, it's a one
Well,
pan deal.
no, it is a one pan thing. It's like, but they put the layer of pasta and then the red sauce, and then they repeat it, but with white sauce, and they alternate like that. It's
No,
really
I just
gross.
dumped it all together.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sure it was wonderful.
No, I didn't say it was wonderful. I just said it wasn't bad.
Okay.
For a throw together meal that if you're wanting to feed six or more people as an unexpected throw together meal, and you've got enough pasta, a pound to 2 pounds of hamburger, 2 jars of sauce, that gives you enough to you can feed an unexpected crowd of people if you need to.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, I mean, I've I've had to do that. Have friends show up unexpectedly,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, I'm getting hungry, and well, it looks like I'm cooking for 9 people right now instead of two.
Damn, I had that all the time in Miami, and now I'm like, nope. Gated community, stay the hell out. You're warned. Sleep knife.
And was it who was it that told me about using the mini crock pot for making my uh, garlic butter and garlic olive oil?
Was not me, but that sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it does.
Keep it warm.
So I bought one,
Okay. They're not that
and
expensive.
no, well, I they just happened to be one on
Wow.
the auction site,
Oh, okay.
so I bought one, and I'll be doing that this weekend. I'll be because I need more garlic butter anyway. It must have been Duck Dog that told me about it because he's
It
sitting
Very
might
there
have
well
going,
could
been.
be.
"Yo," waving his hand at me.
Yo, it
Yeah.
was.
So, I mean, I paid $2 for a uh, half pint or 1 pint crock pot.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's better than the $15 to $25 that I saw them at Walmart or Amazon. So uh, I'll be doing that this weekend, making some more garlic butter up. So thank you, Duck Dog. And actually that makes good sense because it's also easier on the electric bill
Is it?
rather than heating up that big ass burner on the stove for
Okay.
2 hours, or turning on my small oven for 2 hours. I just do a crock pot for 2 hours. Now that's a lot easier on the electric bill, which I'm always a fan of. Especially now we're getting into season and the air conditioner starts running.
Hmm.
But anyway, so what had you been cooking that's really good there, Ramen? Anything special?
You know what? Not much this week. I've been out a lot. We had chicken leftovers on the weekend, and I made some other stuff during the week, but nothing really fancy. Beefaroni and other crap. Nothing that stands out. I usually do that stuff on the weekends. I don't know what I'm going to make this weekend.
You know, the wife laughed at me because I spent so much time on the different uh, on the food area of different, TikTok and YouTube and such.
It's
With
a great way to get ideas. That's probably what I'm going to do. Surf them and remember
and,
something I haven't made in a while.
and I saw one for ramen noodles
Those are
that
such garbage.
I'm going to try, and it used uh, the ramen noodles, their seasoning packet, their veggie packet, right? But then you also added in the Kraft macaroni and cheese, the powdered crap.
Ugh. Sorry.
Yeah, that
Shuddered.
was my
I
that
literally just shuddered. I couldn't stop.
that was my reaction when I read it.
Aside from being gross, that's so much fucking salt that will kill you.
It'll
Yeah,
melt
no.
your heart.
that
I
that
no.
absolutely sound. The guy they're sitting there going, "Oh, this is absolutely delicious." I'm sitting there going, "Yeah, it might be delicious, but that's the
Now, see, I'll pop a tablespoon of like salsa con queso in my ramen, but that's about it. That's as adventurous as I get.
I like putting in leftover sloppy Joe into my ramen.
Really, that sounds good. But I use that chicken packet too, so it's like,
I
uh,
I'll use the veggie packets if they have one, but I don't use their seasoning packets
oh, okay. So,
because I just find them disgusting.
so that's almost like bouillon, though.
Yeah, it kind of
It's
is.
pretty close. Yeah, you use
Yeah,
bouillon.
yeah, but like you said, though, so heavily salted, it
Well, I don't use the entire packet most of the time because you're right, it is salty, and I can't. But I use some of it. Shit, give it some flavoring.
well, I'll take in, like I said, I'll use leftover sloppy joes,
Mhm.
or I'll take in some garlic butter with me.
See, now I want fucking beefaroni. I need to make that this weekend.
And I mean, garlic butter, a pat of garlic butter on ramen noodles is delicious.
Ooh.
And don't take long to prepare either.
Actually, I might make eggplant gravy
Ooh,
over chickpea rice. That's some good shit.
What?
chickpea rice?
Hmm.
I've never
Yeah,
heard of chickpea rice.
I have.
Okay. See, you wash the chickpeas really well, the canned
Oh,
ones. Otherwise, you have to soak them.
right,
You wash them really well, and you chop up the onion real tiny, and you fry the onion and the chickpea, and you add a little cumin, a little salt, and once it starts to get brown, you add the rice and mix it, and then wash your rice and you add the rice to it and add your water, and when it starts to boil, you steam it. And it's fucking good. And a little butter once it's done. It's
Oh,
really
so
good.
it's chickpea and rice.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying chickpea rice as in a
I was
type of,
saying, yeah, yeah. I see how that could, yeah.
and I'm sitting there
It's
going,
good
okay,
shit.
I've heard of chickpeas, and of course I've heard of rice, but
And there's chickpea flour for not for roti and stuff. But yeah, so I kind of oops. But that's how they call it. So
See, my wife doesn't like chickpeas, so
Green peas, frozen
and I
green
can
peas.
and anymore I can barely get her to eat anything with rice or potatoes in it.
That's a shame. Rice is so versatile.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially when I got 15 pounds of rice sitting in my back room
Oh,
in my pantry.
where do you get your rice? Costco, Walmart,
Sam's
Sam's.
Club.
Mm.
Uh, I buy, because
How
I
much
like
rice
I
do you
keep,
freaking eat, man?
huh?
How much rice you eat?
I could eat rice probably 4 or 5 days a week.
Hmm.
Wow.
I wouldn't go that far, but pretty close. Plus, my daughter likes it. She likes the
Uh,
basmati rice.
well, yeah, I mean, because I got the balsamic rice, I've got the yellow rice, I've got jasmine, I've got 3 or 4 different types of rices,
Yeah. Well, I don't because my daughter will only eat that, so there's no point.
and I like using and I like using rice in my meals. The only rice I don't use as much as I used to is brown rice.
Same. I haven't bought any in a long time.
Yeah, I don't even have any in my kit in my back room. But yeah,
Mm-mm.
I mean, you start buying 5 pound bags of rice, and you're
Yeah, you
buying four.
start getting large.
You get
Mm.
different types of rice. It's not hard to get 15, 20, 30 pounds of rice sitting in your pantry.
I
So,
guess.
it's like trying to buy pasta. You want to buy your linguine, you want to buy your fettuccine,
Teeny.
you want to buy your twisties, you want to buy your elbows, you want to buy your
Penny.
shells.
Yep.
Well, pretty soon you're sitting back there and you've got 40 boxes of pasta sitting in the back room.
You've got the wall of pasta.
And then you have the wife sitting there looking at you saying you're no longer allowed to go shopping without supervision.
Yeah.
My issue is I gotta get all these airtight containers to put them all in so they don't get those little weevils or whatever. I'm just like paranoid about that shit.
Yeah, I
Well,
hear
see,
you.
that's what got me into buying the vacuum sealer
Yeah.
because you got the reusable bags.
Yeah.
So I just put everything in the Ziploc reusable vacuum seal bags. It got the little.
The whole
Don't have
hole.
to use the big sealing bag, the big sealer.
Uh huh.
Got a little hand sealer that push down
Oh
the corner of
wow.
it, and boom, you're done. You rechargeable and sucks the air out. I mean, when I bake breads, that's what I keep all my bread in is those things because that helps keep the bread fresh and keep it from getting moldy.
Oh my god, I'm blaming you. You know, the other night I had a dream that I was just baking loaf after loaf of bread and I couldn't fucking stop. That was you. And I was and I have this tiny ass apartment and I'm trying to find room and I have literally nowhere to. And I'm like, God damn it, Shrin, why didn't you warn me? And I've got like 20 loaves of bread on the counter, all stacked up haphazardly. I got 3 in the oven. I'm running out of pans. It was some bullshit. And I couldn't stop making them. I'm sitting there kneading and kneading by hand. And I just couldn't stop. You're the fucking worst. You did this to me.
Well, see, it's funny because I just made 2 dozen hamburger rolls and two
God
dozen
damn it.
hot dog buns the other day
This is
and
you.
vacuum
See?
sealed and put in the freezer.
That's you. Fucking shit.
Put put them in packets of 4, then vacuum sealed them and put them in the
And where
freezer.
are those packets going? I have a tiny ass freezer. Oh my god.
Uh, the wife laughed at me when I told her I wanted to buy the biggest freezer I could afford.
No, you knew what you were going for. No.
And she said, "Why?" And I mean, and I'm actually looking now at getting a second one,
Mhm.
getting a small chest freezer. No, because this big one is I can't put any more in it.
You think maybe you could like take a fucking break from baking for a while? Like
well,
no human family.
it's not just that. It's uh, uh, we've got venison. I've got venison in the freezer. I've got turkey. I've got chicken. I've got pork.
I'm just saying, I know you got the hookup with the generator, but what if you run out of fuel for it?
I've got a week's worth of fuel.
Alright.
I've got a. In fact, I will have 9 days worth of fuel here in a couple of days because I've got a hook up on some more propane.
As long as you think we'll only be out of power for 9 days.
Well, uh,
I'm gonna say I really feel spoiled living where I am right now because we've only lost power for 5 days one time in the last 10 years. So, whereas Miami, it was every year for a month, 3 months at a time. So, yeah.
well, after Michael, they were able to get at least a couple of gas stations up, and then propane was being brought in from out of town. So
Yeah.
you could still get propane for get propane tanks refilled.
Yeah.
And in fact, they were actually giving away propane there for a couple of days.
Wow. That's
If
nice.
they weren't giving away the tanks. If you brought in an empty tank, they filled it for you for free.
Oh,
So, and I've got six of the small tanks right now, and one big tank that like goes on the back of propane operated forklifts.
yeah.
Now, I've got one of those tanks.
Oh, wow.
Um, a company got told one of their tanks the handles were too badly damaged for them to be able to legally use it.
Oh,
So a friend of mine worked there and he asked me if I wanted it, and I said sure. The tank itself is good, and it came full of propane.
wow.
But I that just makes life so much easier on me.
Hell yeah. Does
Oh
propane expire like gasoline or no?
no, nope.
Oh, I can see why you'd want that then.
Okay, and Ramen, you showed us this here before the stream started.
Oh, are
uh,
we gonna actually play something that might get you a copyright strike?
yeah, maybe. We'll see what happens.
Clock strikes
Uh,
upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how the chase might
Do it
moves
on.
away. I've done all right up till now. Tonight the bed shows me how. And when the night falls, my loneliness calls. Oh, to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody.
These things scare me.
Yeah, I want to dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Clock strikes.
oh, it's repeating.
Yeah, these things they
They're,
scare me.
they're just getting better and better.
They are getting so good that I mean they're already that one guy out there using Biden's face and
Mm.
voice for stuff. It's getting to it used to be well right there's a video of you saying it. Now you can't even trust video.
Mhm.
Well, no, and you haven't been able to trust pictures for a while,
Mhm.
and now you can't trust video. So yeah, it's like, what can you trust anymore? Not much.
God, those earrings are ugly. I remember having them like that.
Yeah,
Shit.
those were in fashion back not too long ago.
I hated them then and I hate them now.
What's wrong with the? Okay, I'm
Oh,
not a
they're kind of
fashion.
hideous. I don't know. They're just hideous to me. I really hated them when they came
Oh,
out.
those are those acrylic.
Yeah, those little plastic bead earrings. Oh,
Yeah.
God. My boss gave me some once and I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah. Mm.
Thank you, but no, thank you.
No, no, she signed my paycheck. Thank you. I'm gonna take them home and keep them safe.
No, I'm. Yee. How long? How long did they last before they accidentally fell in your trash can?
Not long. The foster kid liked to break my shit, so
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
they had a lot of foster kids. Had a lot of weed to smoke. Had to pay for it somehow. Not bitter.
I, I'm sitting here trying to picture you high.
No, I don't smoke. I never smoked weed. The people I lived with had a lot of foster kids. They had a huge weed bill. Yeah, they smoked a lot. They sniffed a lot too. So yeah, it was outside the realm of their paychecks. No,
Oh,
hmm?
I'm. All right. I just looking at an ad the wife just tossed at me.
Tell
A
me.
flyer from Domino's, and they got those loaded tots on. Big
Oh, those
picture
things
of
are
these
fucking
loaded
disgusting.
tots. Not
They're
only
just
are they disgusted, but they are so overpriced.
yeah. Like I was before I tasted, I'm like, gee, these are tiny, and then I tasted, I'm like, no, one more bite will fucking kill me. They're greasy. They're over garlic. They're just nasty as hell. They're slimy almost. No. My son
Uh,
wanted to try them, and no.
oh, I wanted. Well, see, I did try them.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I got the. Which one did I get? I think we got the cheddar bacon ones,
I don't even remember. It was just awful.
and not. I mean, they showed here. It looks like you got 2 or 3 dozen tots there. It
It
showed up
looks
with
so
like
pretty.
it showed up. It had like 6 tots covered.
They look giant on the ad, and they look so
Well,
prettily
they always
arranged.
make it look better on the TV show. Come on.
It's always bigger till you get it home. But yeah, no, they were fucking awful.
Ramen made it funny.
And I almost picked up on it and kept running it, but I
Oh no,
decided
I
not
did.
to.
I'd let it go. I just let it go. I got it
I,
right away, and I'm like, yeah, that was good.
Moving on.
I've
What
never had that problem though.
Anyway, what else did they come out with at the same time? There was something else. It was the tater tots and something else.
I don't know.
They probably just continued it. Oh, that shit is so awful. I didn't even.
I've had a coupon on my refrigerator for a free Domino's large pizza for about a year now,
Mm-hmm.
and I still haven't used it. It's one of those
No, I wouldn't go to Domino's. So
it's one of those that they give out to businesses, so it's laminated. Doesn't have an expiration date on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's been up on my fridge now for about a year.
I do tend to get it on Pathfinder night so I don't have to cook, so I can focus on the game. So, you know, you're going for like a 6-hour game, and no, I don't want to be cooking.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Duck Dog. The way she's attacking garlic here today, I have to wonder.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
well,
No,
ramen's just not normal. That's all there is to
fuck
it.
all of you. I like garlic in my spaghetti sauce. I love it. You can't have too much garlic, but there are some things that do not need a lot of garlic.
Well, see, as far as I'm concerned, you can never have too much garlic in anything.
In
So.
Alfredo sauce, yeah, because it's not supposed to be like that, but okay.
But to
Alfredo
each their
sauce
own.
isn't supposed to be in a jar either. So I mean, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
It's
that's
just
true. Um, I mean, if I want Alfredo sauce, I go to the store, make certain I got plenty of butter,
Parmesan cheese and
and buy a brick of Parmesan cheese.
yeah, the real shit. Yeah.
I don't want the stuff with the wood in it.
Well, that's the way shredded cheese is when you buy it as
No, you get it from the
cellulose.
deli. They'll shred it for you.
I just buy the block, take it home, and shred it.
That's that's what I do. I buy a block of it and bring it home, shred it down, and
See, but I kind of have the feeling that I'm probably a little pickier than you guys are on a lot of things.
Well, it's just you and your wife, so it's like you have a lot of time, or your wife has a lot of time. You
My
can,
wife has time.
you guys have time. You can focus on what you're doing and concentrate, not get interrupted, and make your damn Alfredo sauce.
Yeah, my wife does, and she makes it really good.
yeah.
Ah,
The
But
only problem I ever have with Alfredo sauce is uh, I can only make enough for that one meal because if I try to make up
exactly.
any extra, it breaks on me.
Yeah, yeah.
yes, I don't know how my wife does any of it, so I don't care. I just know I eat extremely well, and that's all that matters to me. So the only time I cook is when it's on the grill.
That's a man's job. I love that. I love watching a man grill. I'm not gonna lie.
And to be honest with you, okay, so I have two types of grills, right?
Of course you do.
Well, yeah, because everybody was telling me about these pellet grills and how you just plug them in, set them, and forget them, right?
Ah,
So I've been using one doing like smoked ribs and stuff with it and all that, and it is
okay.
really easy to do, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the thing of it is, you just don't get that same amount of smoky goodness. I've done salmon and other kinds of fish on it and stuff too. Did that smoked salmon, and but then I also have the Kamado style grill,
Okay.
right? You put the lump charcoal in and everything, and I made some pizzas on there the other day. And I gotta
Oh
tell you,
man.
yeah, homemade pizza, right?
On a grill? Fuck yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, got that nice char around the edges and everything, and the bubbly crust, and it's all
Oh
brown, and
man.
and all that, and the
And the
bottom's
oil
all
starts to rise over the cheese a little bit and it's all red from the sauce. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And now that I'm thinking I'm probably going to get rid of my pellet grill because that's kind of like just doesn't seem right.
Hope you get a good price for it.
I I give it away. I don't care. If you knew how ridiculously inexpensively I bought it for,
Oh,
and
okay.
just bought it on a whim,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'm just thinking I might like see if one of my neighbors wants it. Is now that I've been working with the Kamada more and more, I'm thinking that's the only way to fly. Which means you have to tend it a little bit more, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can cook 6 chicken thighs in like 8 minutes on it.
We do love our chicken.
Yeah, so I made Peruvian chicken a while back.
Ooh.
It was so freaking good. And I made, of course, I make burgers on it quite often. I know that seems like, but yeah, it's just, buy the good Chuck burgers,
Yep.
and just throw them on there. And like, yeah, it takes about 4 minutes per side. So that's 6 to 8 minutes, you're done.
God damn it. Y'all are making me want to cook now. I hate you
But
guys.
the thing with the Kamado, right,
Mm-hmm.
is once you get those lump charcoal going and everything, it'll stay hot for about 10 hours.
Whoa.
So I can fire that thing up first thing in the morning, right, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. By 9, it's hot, ready to roll, and I can cook all day on it. I can cook chicken in the morning, burgers in the afternoon, pizza in the evening.
Look at you with your 3 meals a day and shit.
Yeah, so you could do a lot with it. So I'm thinking that's probably the way to go. And I'm thinking that's probably what I'm going to do. I'll probably get rid of my pellet grill. It just doesn't deliver. It's okay, but it's not great. And then when you cook a burger on it, it comes out the consistency of meatloaf because it just doesn't get hot enough. Because you need that really hard sear for burgers and steaks
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. You got to get
Hold it,
that hard sear.
hold it together. Yeah.
So, but anyway, so enough of that. Let's talk
God
about
damn
something
it!
way more interesting.
There's nothing more
What?
interesting than food ever. You have to know
Well,
this. It is known.
yeah, there's a lot of things that are more interesting.
Um,
You know, like
I'm.
really,
Hmm.
like really bad movies and really
Oh,
good movies.
Oh my
there have
god.
been so many bad movies coming out this past few years.
Oh, dude, so the new Transformers movie, right?
Haven't seen it yet. Is it
No,
bad?
I haven't seen it yet either. I'm not going to go see it. I'm going to wait for it to be free
My son wants to see
because,
it.
well, you think about it, right? So you go back to the first Transformers movie, which was
That was
pretty
fun.
good,
Yeah,
but the problem is, Transformers should be the star of the movie, right?
exactly.
Not Shia LaBeouf.
I liked him though. I liked him
Yeah,
in
I
the
didn't
first two
mind.
movies.
Didn't mind him in there. I'm not a big Shia LaBeouf fan,
I'm not either, but they were
um,
good
but
movies.
he did good. Yeah,
Yeah.
first two were pretty good,
It's
and
when
then
they started bringing more people in and shit like that. And
yeah. So now I'm like, I really don't want to go see this because I'm afraid it's going to be bad. We know Indiana Jones is going to be bad because all four of those shit.
oh,
And my wife saw the ad for it yesterday, and she goes, "Oh, we're going to go see that, aren't we?"
no, we're gonna
Yes,
see a good
dear,
movie.
we're going to go see it.
God damn it.
Well, one movie that we're thinking about going to see is the Barbie movie with Margot Robbie.
I don't know. I'm still up in the air about that.
Mm,
Well, the thing of it is, like the
that's
wife was
just too
saying,
much pink for my eyes.
I don't care about that. None of that bothers me. I could care less.
That
But like
that
she said, it might be pretty funny.
I don't know. It might be, but I think it's gonna be kind of goofy, funny, not really.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't mind goofy funny. I really don't.
Yeah,
I will have to say I do appreciate the fact that they made a movie for mothers to take their daughters to.
that is true.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to appreciate that fact that they made. I mean, because I'm sitting here thinking about it. When's the last time there? I mean, there's a lot of father son movies.
But no, there's a lot of movies you can take any of your kids to. I would have happily taken my kids to see the D&D movie if it hadn't left our theater so fast.
But okay, that's true. But I'm talking about movies specifically for mother daughters.
Uh,
I mean,
I'm
face it,
No, there's not a
sorry.
lot out there. Not a lot out there.
most of the superhero movies are going to be father son movies.
That's not true. You know what? Almost every of the first of the DC movies, the first Iron Man, the first Thor, this, that, I've taken both my kids to and they loved it. In fact,
Those
my
are not
daughter.
DC. Those are Marvel, by the way.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if you're gonna say something, get it right.
I got a migraine. I can't concentrate. But yeah, I mean, what did we see? Oh, I don't think we saw any of those fucking movies. Anyway, my point being, most of the movies that are out there, you can take your daughter to see, and they'll be just as enthusiastic. Maybe I'm wrong.
I just pretty much maybe it's the male chauvinism in me or my old age or whatever, but I
A
see
little bit of both.
the superhero movies being more geared to men and their
You're not
sons.
wrong. You're not
All right,
wrong.
and then but a movie, I mean, face it, the Barbie
Wonder Woman.
movie. The Barbie movies are something though that connects specifically towards women and their daughters.
I took my kid to see the Wonder Woman movie, and my daughter loved that shit. So did my son, but
Well,
there's some.
we know why your son loved that movie.
Hey, my son is a pure soul. He's a good boy. Okay, don't y'all start laughing at my baby now.
I'm not laughing at him.
He's my baby.
It's your enforced innocence upon your own self.
No,
Those rose-colored glasses you
God
wear.
damn it. He's pure. Okay, don't even. No, my baby is pure. He's my sweetie pie. No, and everybody is saying nothing about my baby.
13th Warrior.
Oh, that was good.
Man, I'm trying to remember that. I mean, I know I've seen it, but I'm trying to remember.
Antonio Banderas was a Spaniard who went to.
Oh, that's a completely different movie then.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It was a good. That was a good movie. It was kind of. Yeah, it was great. I love that movie. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah. No, okay. I was thinking of an old Japanese flick.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were
that does
thinking.
look pretty good from the video.
Yeah,
From what I've seen.
you were thinking of the Japanese one, the 13th Warrior, which was
13
pretty good.
Assassins.
No, 13th Warrior.
Oh my, I never heard of it. I'm trying to look for it.
Yeah, it's I saw it on Netflix or something when I was.
I typed Japanese movie 13th Warrior. I'm still coming up with the other result.
What other results at?
The one with the Vikings and Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, that one was pretty good too.
Really was.
Yeah, this was like I'm talking about, this was, God, back in the 70s or 80s, back when all the, uh,
Sure wasn't
Ja-
13 Warriors.
yeah, it may have been 13 Warriors.
You should see the 13th Warrior with Banderas, though. It was really good.
But I like Antonio Banderas as an actor.
Uh huh.
He's done some decent. Uh, um, the Zorro movie.
Okay.
Uh, I was I wasn't totally disappointed in how he did the Zorro movie.
I didn't see it.
The movie where he was an assassin.
Oh
Uh,
God, I can't think of it.
that was a surprisingly good movie. Um,
Oh, In My Own Skin or Under My Skin, that movie he did. That was really good. It was creepy and sick, but it was good. The Skin She Lives In, I forget. It was about skin, but he was a creepy surgeon.
okay, so let's see here. Come over here. Let's
Let me find it.
see all. Oh, he's made 35 movies. I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's The Skin I Live In. Yes, The Skin I Live In. Oh my God, it's really creepy, but it was good.
Yeah, isn't it about he was a plastic surgeon or something?
Mm-hmm. And he had someone captive in a secret room that he was performing surgery on. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie I'm thinking of is Assassins. It was him and Sly Stallone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been in a couple movies with Sly Stallone. He did Expendables 3 with Sly Stallone
Yeah.
and all that. And actually his character in Expendables 3 was pretty fun.
I gotta see those. I keep meaning to.
I've only seen the first two, and there's like 4 or 5 of them out now.
What, Expendables?
Yeah.
Just the 3. Just the 3. Yeah, so Expendables 2 was like, just a chance for every has-been action star to get in on the act, and there was all these callbacks and stuff like that. It was total nonsense, but kind of fun, a little reminiscent.
It looked good.
It wasn't. It was stupid, but
Wow.
but it's like one of those on a rainy Saturday afternoon with nothing better to do. You kind of watch it just for the callbacks and stuff. You know, they're poking fun at him. And Expendables 3 was a chance to introduce the new set of action stars.
Oh, he's in the Indiana Jones movie too.
Banderas?
Mm.
Yeah, he's in the new and the plays
Nope.
Reynaldo.
I'm not getting sucked into that shit. Nope. That's how I ended up seeing Moving with Richard Pryor. Nope. It's Richard Pryor. It'll be great. No. Don't make
What
me
movie
go.
was that?
It was in the 80s. It was Moving, and it was one of the worst movies of all time.
Okay.
It was fucking awful. That and The Man with the Screaming Brain. That was also another awful movie. Oh, it's Bruce Campbell. It'll be great. Let's watch it. Oh, fuck y'all.
What
Man.
movie's that?
The Man with the Screaming Brain with from Bruce Campbell.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh no, don't see it, please. It's so god awful. My friend sucked me into it. They always do that. And we end up seeing the worst fucking movies ever.
Okay, I'm about to say something that's going to piss some people off.
Say it, say it.
Say it, I dare you.
I am
Piss
not a
people off.
Bruce Campbell fan.
Oh
No, it doesn't
no.
piss me off. Just disappoints me a little bit.
You've made me sad.
I am not. I just don't.
Bubba Hotep.
Yeah, Bubba Hotep is a good movie.
Bubba Hotep.
And, you know, the Evil Dead movies are pretty good.
They were good. He's done some
And,
good stuff other than that. I just can't think of it because of my migraine. But, God, Shrew. I'm so
Okay.
sad now.
And then the series Ash versus Evil Dead.
Oh, that was so good.
That was
And it's
great.
really rare that I love the ending of any series, but I actually like the
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah, the ending wasn't didn't suck.
No. It fit, actually. It fit pretty well, considering. God, Shrew. You've ruined my faith in humanity.
Shroom's kind of a fuddy-duddy sometimes.
Yeah.
No.
There's just some movies that I mean, some actors. I just don't get the the humor. I mean, you know, the humor he puts into his roles and everything else is just. It's like, you know, you sit there and watch it. It's like, okay, where's his next one-liner coming from? You know, what's his next one-liner going to be?
Oh my god. No, you got to see Bubba Hotep. We've got to do this somehow.
Bubba Hotep, is that an actual movie?
Yes, we
a
have discussed this.
Yeah, it's a fantastic. It's one of those movies you got to watch. I mean, if you don't, then you know it's just you're sad.
It's got Ossie Davis in it, who Bruce Campbell refers to as a real actor.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I like Ozzy. I like Ozzy Davis.
Yeah,
they both turned in great performances.
Yeah. Oh, and they had the wife from Rock in the beginning as that nurse.
Yeah.
She was cute too.
Yes, she was. I noticed.
Everybody noticed.
But you know, those are the kind of things I notice.
I
like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not blind.
I'm yeah. Well, let's just say I have
well, it's on Pluto free TV and it's on Tubi free.
Oh, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna
Redbox and Freevee?
Oh, Freevee, yeah, that's a good way to watch it.
It's gonna be free with commercials though. But hey, you know,
Yeah,
if
who
you're
cares?
okay with that, okay.
Watch the commercials. At least they don't all edit it up to the point where you don't understand it. Like a lot of
An American comedy horror film. Bruce Campbell is Elvis Presley.
And Ossie Davis is JFK.
Now as a resident in a nursing home. Ossie Davis is Jack, a black man who claims to be JFK. Mm-hmm. Explain he was patched up after the assassination. They
painted me this color. They dyed me this color. It was beautiful, man. No, seriously, you got it. It's a really good movie. And it's stronger than it sounds in the description. It sounds really goofy.
Yeah.
It's not that goofy. It's really good, and the effects
It's
are
not.
good too.
You know, and the thing is too, when you're watching it, you can
Uh-oh.
see that actually happening and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's like by just reading the description, you go, that's pretty far
It
fetched. But
sounds
when you actually see,
schlocky, and
yeah, but when you
it
see the
does.
movie, it's really. I'm gonna have to watch it again now. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Okay, I may watch it tonight while the wife's watching her shows.
It's very. We must defend this house. Kind of
Yeah.
almost like that. Yeah, it was good. I have been nagging
So
you for 2 years.
nobody, not me. Perfect. He said Elvis played Bruce Campbell and JFK played Ozzy.
That's about right. Uh,
Yeah, Pluto TV is everywhere.
I actually don't have it. I don't know what. I guess you can watch it
It's an app.
online.
Yeah, it's an app. You just
Okay,
download the app to your computer. It's fine.
Yeah,
I've heard of it, but I never touched
yeah,
it. I think.
it came on my television when I bought it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and you can put it on. Yeah, you can download it to your TV too if you have a smart TV.
I should make my son watch that movie with me tonight.
Yeah, you should. You'd probably enjoy it.
He'd like it.
I
Yeah.
am so hard trying to convince the wife to let us cut our cable and
You
just
don't
go
need it
to
anymore.
and just what's available online watching.
Yeah.
And
I'm
she
honestly. I'm thinking
but
of
I
cutting.
can't get my HGTV shows I want to watch.
There's probably an app for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't. There is an app for it.
Also, if you search HGTV on Twitch, somebody is streaming that damn channel.
Yeah.
Just about every channel ever is streamed on Twitch at some point. So just saying.
I think she's gotten hooked to that remote where you just push the button and you say the channel name or the TV
Yeah,
show and it goes to it.
we don't have that, but honestly, I
So
don't even like watching the TV anymore. I got so used to my computer.
yeah, I don't watch much. The only time I ever watch TV is if I'm watching a movie off of Vudu.
Yeah, Ralph rents me a lot of movies too. Oh.
So
But no, I'm actually thinking of giving up my Amazon because they used to have all the movies on Amazon free.
right,
Oh, not free because you're paying for it. It's Amazon Prime, so you're still paying for it.
right,
But they had now all the movies they used to have are for pay.
yep.
Yeah, I know. They've added a lot, and then like some of the movies I want to see, this is not available in your area and everything. So,
You scroll and you see it's $5, $20.
yeah, or it says not available in your area. So I'm thinking VPN time.
Those don't even work. I've tried that, but it's a matter of figuring out where that movie's available. It's not easy.
Yeah, I know. They start charging for a lot of things that. And I'm kind of like disappointed.
We're all disappointed in Amazon. They got greedy.
Yep.
Yep, they did.
I mean, it's
Those
one thing if it's
bastards.
their own shows they want to charge for, but we joined to watch these movies, and they're not here anymore. I can't even get, I don't even do Amazon like Prime shopping anymore because I'm not getting my packages. So why am I keeping this?
Oh, here's something interesting just popped up on me. Take the blue pill and restart your life at age 10 with all the knowledge you now have.
I'd go for that.
I want it.
Take the red pill and jump to age 25 with 50 million in the bank.
No. With what I know now, I'd just invest in a couple of stocks and I'd have that. Just a matter of knowing when to sell them.
I wouldn't want to go through that time period between 10 and now again. So
My whole life's been a bad time. I'm okay starting at 10.
I definitely don't want to go through 10 to 18 again. I do not want to live that life again. Even the 10 to 25, those 15 years were miserable years of my life.
There
I
was some.
do not want to go through those again.
I don't know, man. I think I made some critical missteps around the age 15, 16, and going to certain places I shouldn't have. And yeah, it'd be nice to see with the what if, the flip side of that. So
No, just no, no.
Florida was not a good place when I moved here, and it wasn't a really good tactic for me to come here with my drug addicted relatives. I would happily go live with my fucking dementia riddled dad. I would have been totally okay with it.
You
If
know,
I,
you say that.
I
You
mean
know,
it.
no, I know. I'm not like in any way impugning or anything. But you know, it wasn't that long ago that Florida was not a good place. Period. You know, think about it because
Oh, I don't mean I don't just mean Florida generally as a place.
no, I meant for
I
you
moved to a
personally. Yeah,
yeah that plus I moved to a bad area. Like you ever notice how okay, you'll move in an area and it's really nice and like let's make up a name, say Miami, just out
yeah,
of nowhere, and then everything's
Yeah,
great.
just out of nowhere, we're going to talk about Miami.
Okay, but then the name of where you're living changes to North Miami, and
yes,
next door to you is Miami Beach. And you
yep.
notice your rent goes up a little bit, but their rent goes up
A lot.
exponentially, and they have the nice neighborhood. And it's like we lived in an area that was supposed to be nice and was really shit. And then we moved to another area, and that slowly. I don't want to think that that family was bringing the prices down, but it seemed like everywhere we went somewhere, their son would find all the little hoodlums and start robbing people. And yeah, the property values went down everywhere we moved. So yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no.
no,
Uh, no, I
yeah,
get you. I
no. I
get you.
think my situation's a little different. I would be happy to not live with the drug addicts. I would like to be with my Irish Catholic father. Which yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Um,
I'm taking that red pill right now, or the blue one, whatever the fuck it was 10-year-old.
no,
Nobody.
I'm going to take that red pill because that would put me at just a year after I got here, and I could have bought a bunch of property
Yeah, the
out
property
on
prices are crazy. Yeah.
out on the beaches within 40 miles of where I live now. Spent half of that 50 million on that, and turned that 25 million into 2 or 300 million.
Hmm.
So yeah, you know they're. Uh, but then I don't know if I hadn't met my wife yet, so I don't know if she'd even had touched me.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
and
another
so
thing.
yeah, that's another thing. You would have a completely different wife. You would have completely
I
different
never have met
kids.
my husband.
Well, for some
Holy
people
shit.
that would be good, but
Oh
'Cause-
my god.
Because see, the Air Force at that time, the military at that time, uh, were if you came into a lot of money, they kicked you out.
yes,
Really?
Yeah,
yep,
Why?
yeah,
they
your
they
security risk.
well, not just
Or
that, but
Okay.
you no longer had the main thing the military has to hold over you is your paycheck.
Healthcare?
No, your
Okay.
paycheck,
Oh.
because
well,
there's a captain whose wife won the lottery,
Hmm.
and it was like 10 or 15 million dollars.
Hmm.
They discharged him inside of 60 days. We don't want you, because you're no
well,
longer we,
see, you're mischaracterizing that, and it's it's because so the military will kick you out if you go in too deep in debt or if you have too much money because now you're security risk, right? And so if you have too much money, you're going to be like walking around like, uh, you know, good order and discipline goes out the window because you're like, well, fuck it, man. I got enough money. I don't need to worry about them
You can
firing me.
leave anytime.
I can leave anytime I want, whatever. And then if
I
you're
get
in
that.
debt, then it would
You're
be
open
too
to
easy
bribes.
for then you're open to bribes. And it's not so much, well, the only thing you got to hold over you is your paycheck. That's not so much, that's mischaracterization of the whole thing.
Well,
It's
you were
because
saying
you're
exactly
become
what I meant. Though is you've got if you've got too much money, you can walk around. Well, we're scheduling you for the duty this weekend. You
and you
don't
can pay
show
somebody
up,
else to take it, right?
right?
Or you can just not show up, say screw it, I don't care anymore. That's a security risk. That's more goes to good order and discipline. So yeah, and that's the reason. It's not so much because some people can handle that and still do their jobs, but most people are like, yeah, and it's not like you get if you make too much money, win the lottery or whatever, they don't give you bad conduct discharge or anything like
No,
that. So, but if you go into indebtedness, then your chances you could get a other than honorable discharge.
yeah. If you're lucky, you'll get a general discharge.
If you're lucky,
Hey,
more
Dana.
cases than not, you get a other than honorable.
I see it. I see it.
Hey, morning, Data.
So I just wanted to clarify that, just because.
No,
Well,
that's good. I had
yeah.
fun
I mean,
going.
you were saying you were saying exactly what I meant.
Yeah, because it's not, because the only thing they have to hold over you is your paycheck. That's not really the case. I mean,
But I mean, if you don't care about any kind of punishment, strip me my rank, I don't care. Take away 6 months' pay, I don't take away half my pay for the next 6 months, I don't care.
yeah, see, then that's,
You know,
goes to good order discipline and you become a security risk, right? Because, and the other flip side of that is, I'll sell you, I don't care because I got plenty of money. So yeah, that's what that's about. It's more about the security risk and good order and discipline than it is about, well, we got nothing to hold over you now. I mean, that's kind of a pessimistic view of the world, man. Let's not. That may be today's military, but
oh, nobody says he had a sailor that was discharged for lottery winnings.
yeah, I've seen that before.
So,
and
I've
I've
like I
also
saw that captain, his wife won the lottery and he was out.
yeah. So had this guy who wanted to go from reserves to active duty, but he was, and the reason he wanted to do it was because he was in debt, and he figured, a solid paycheck would help him get out of debt, right? Because being in the reserves, he couldn't find a job or anything, and at this particular time, it was difficult to find a job, and so he was in debt, and they discharged him, and they give him a discharge. Says, you know what? Don't ever worry about coming back. So that kind of backfired on him. So
That's a shame.
that is a shame. And the thing of it though is, in his circumstance, I don't know that he posed a security risk, but rules be rules. But see, the thing is, he could have. So yeah, I get it.
Well, it's like this kid they just arrested for, he got paid bucks for releasing those records.
What, that Air Force guy,
Yeah,
Air National Guard guy? Did he
right.
get paid? Did he get paid?
Let's put it this way. That's what they're saying.
No. So, okay, they could say whatever they want, but those files were on his Discord server for a year before it got national attention, before anybody noticed. So they were on the Discord file for quite some time, and just the wrong person brought it up, and that's what he got in trouble for.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wasn't Friday fucking fun day? It is fun, Data.
Yep.
When you got old guys that have been in the military for a really long time, they tend to talk about that kind of stuff because that's how we are. That's how we roll. But we'll do something more fun just for Data.
Well, see, Data, you missed us spending the first 40 minutes talking about movies and Antonio
Yeah.
Banderas and how Ramen, well, she loves Antonio. Something about his muscles.
No, I think it's more the accent for her.
Ah, she's
I
one of
think
those.
it's more the accent.
Is she one of them women that like that? She's audiophile.
I don't know. But I think it's the accent.
I think
it's
is she muted? No, she's not muted.
No,
No,
I'm
she's
just
not
sitting here
muted.
quietly.
Yeah, see, we're talking
I,
about you. You need to
I,
jump in and tell us
I,
where. So who's right? Is
I've
it
been waiting. I've been trying to get you a rise out of you.
I got distracted. I love my
so?
children, and that's all I'm gonna say.
So which one of us is correct? Is it the
About
accent or about Antonio Banderas?
what's so appealing about him? Is it the
Yeah,
accent or the looks?
yeah.
It's the whole package.
See,
Okay, but no, the hotter than him was Raul Julia. He will always be first for me. Sorry,
Raul Julia, I
he's
never
fucking amazing.
thought was a good-looking person, but
He had
did
charm.
have, but he had that accent.
He had the charm, though, and he had the passion. And
well, I tell you what, Raul Julia as
you're gonna
Well,
go with
no.
Gomez.
No, as the Street Fighter character.
I knew it was gonna be one of those.
As Bison, right?
Bison.
Right.
You're gonna say Bison.
I thought he did a pretty good job as Bison. I kind of liked it.
I heard that. I never saw that movie.
It's not a good movie. All right. It's not a good movie.
But he was good in it, so I get
But
that.
I went to go see it because it was Street Fighter, right? And
Yeah, of
so,
course.
one of my favorite games was Street Fighter. The other one was Mortal
Everybody loved
Kombat.
that.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
really like. Fear was like one of my all-time favorites. Redneck Rampage will always be my all-time favorite.
Redneck
Skater Die was one of
Rampage.
mine.
Yeah, that's an early '80s first-person shooter. It's about
Yeah.
this farmer guy, right? And aliens land on his farm,
Yeah. It was a
and so he
cute
has to
game.
go kill all these aliens, right? Well, the soundtrack for that movie was done by the Beat Farmers.
Was it a movie or a video game?
It was a video game,
Okay.
a great video game. And like I said, this farmer, this redneck guy, the aliens land on his farm. And all right, so the Beat Farmers were a San Diego cowpunk band. All right. They had songs like My Baby Got Drunk at the Drive-In. So they did the soundtrack for that Vidya game, and it's like one of my all-time. And yeah, in Redneck Rampage, he says Vidya, and then he says things like medium. So you got easy, medium, and I'm not going to say it. So, but
What?
Kick ass.
yeah, no, it's worse. It's yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, so then if you got the soundtrack and the cuss pack added to the game, it was just fantastic, and it's still my favorite game. And it's available at Good Old Games, just so you know.
They're keeping that classic stuff.
And you know what?
alive.
I still play it every now and again too, just because I want to hear. Because I want to hear Country Dick Montana and the Beat Farmers. I like them.
Oh man, that looks like a cute game though.
Here's a silly question for you guys. All right. Now, for the past several months, I've been eating a lot of oranges. All right. And I really prefer cuties.
Yeah, they're so good.
Those aren't oranges. Those are mandarins. So
Okay.
they're not
all right.
Whatever.
Okay, fine. All right, but you got cuties, then you have mandarins. When you go to Walmart or Sam's or wherever,
It's the same
you,
thing.
you,
Cuties
you
is the
see them in
name
a
brand.
bag. You got the
But I think
cuties.
cuties is a hybrid though.
All right. The cuties are the peels just come right off.
Hmm.
They're so
Yeah.
easy to peel.
They
But
were originally marketed for little kids for their
Yeah,
lunchbox.
and
man, a
it is the
mandarin
type of
orange
mandarin.
is such a pain in the ass to peel.
All right, so cuties are a mandarin, but they're not a mandarin orange. Um, so and they are a brand.
They're really good though. I don't care what the fuck they are. But before it was cuties, it was halos.
Yeah,
Right. I remember halos.
yeah. Either way, I like them
Man,
both.
we used to put a big bowl of them in the fridge and just sit and peel them all summer and pig out on those and popcorn, watching Walking Dead and stuff.
Yeah, so if you take the
And
cuties and put them in the fridge for a while so they get cold, they're
they're so
really
good.
That's the
so
only way
freaking
I
good.
isn't that's the
That's
only
the
way
only
to
way to
eat
eat them.
oranges.
Yeah, but I don't like
Oranges,
other oranges.
mandarins, anything, any kind
I
of
do like
citrus.
tangerines are good. Tangerines are stronger flavored.
Hey, Token, what's up?
Token! Finally.
Be token.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, any kind of citrus, the only way to eat them is to
Okay,
put them in
so
the
here you
fridge
go.
overnight first.
Cuties are actually two varieties of mandarins:
See?
Clementine mandarins and the Murcott mandarin.
Oh, that's right. Before that, it was the clementines. I think those were the
Yeah,
first ones.
and are known. So Clementine's known as darling of mandarins. Clementines are sweet to eat. Yeah. So Clementines. So you can go to the store and buy clementines, and it's basically the same thing as
Same
cuties.
thing, yeah. Oh my
And
God, I love
but
them
anyway,
so much.
it
Though.
doesn't really matter because I live in Florida, so I can get them pretty much all winter.
I never liked regular oranges. It was like just an acidic taste. I wasn't really crazy for them. And then my mom got me tangerines, and then I got my kids these, and it's like, yay.
Yeah.
know.
So yeah, actually, my favorite's tangerines. I love tangerines.
Me
And
too. I don't see them in the
tangerines
store
are
as much.
well. See, that's the thing. I drive down the road little ways, and there's a place that grows them and sells them. And
I swear it was
so,
easier to get them in New York at this rate, because whatever. But
yeah.
yeah,
So, but anyway, and
Supposedly, there's going to be a citrus fruit shortage this year because of last year's
no,
hurricanes.
oh yeah,
this is
because of the
bullshit.
hurricanes and the cold winter.
Mhm.
Because yeah, so like the Honeybell oranges, you can't get them right now. You just can't get them because they only had a few trees that didn't freeze. So they were, they sold out as soon as they
Looks
got
like we
them.
need to start looking into getting more canned oranges.
Well,
Canned
I don't really worry about it because I have a lemon and lime tree right here, so
Look at
in my
you.
backyard.
What canned oranges?
Yeah, they have canned mandarins and syrup. I just don't like the
Yeah,
syrup.
they're good. I love those things.
Yeah,
I've never seen them.
I
Yeah,
get them every
you
summer before hurricane season.
yeah, you go buy mandarin oranges in a can. They're
They're not
quite
that
good.
expensive. It's
Yeah.
hey, you know what? You chill them. I mean, you got to do what you got to do if you got to get your orange fix.
Yeah,
You
you don't
know?
even have to chill them. You just eat right out of the can and drink the
Yeah,
juice.
but everything's better colder.
I mean, I see
Summer.
them little single serve things that you give to kids.
Yeah, there's
No.
those, but
Yeah, there's those too, but you can buy mandarin oranges in a can. You can get them at Aldi's.
they're like
Oh,
gold.
okay.
Get 'em
Okay.
at-
Now I
you
Walmart
see
get
has
'em.
them. Every
Yeah,
place,
you can get
Walmart,
it at
Publix.
Publix. You can get them anywhere.
Yeah, I've been getting mine from Walmart though.
I
Just go down
did
the canned
not
food
know
aisle.
that.
Yeah, see.
You never needed to know it, but
Well,
now you
see,
might need to.
when I was a kid growing up, right? I used to get the canned mandarin oranges all the time. That was like my favorite after school snack. I would just pop that can open and drink the juice and eat the oranges.
I didn't know about that when I was little. I wish I'd known.
Well, yeah, see, because my mom used to buy lots of them because she made that stupid,
Ambrosia?
ambrosia salad
Oh
all the time.
man.
See, I hated it because there was coconut in it, so I wanted to eat it. So I would just go get a can of the oranges.
I liked it. I liked that my mom didn't put the fluff in it. Like, I know that the Midwesterners, they put the fluff, the marshmallow fluff in everything.
Yeah, they do.
But she used orange juice in hers instead and a little sugar. And man, it was so good.
Yeah, my one aunt used to make it without the coconut,
Hmm.
and she would use sour cream instead of
I
the
mean, I like
fluff.
it, but no, I like sour
It's
cream in
still
salads, just not that.
believe it or
Uh,
not,
uh,
it's really good because you get plenty of sweetness from all the fruit and stuff,
That is
and,
true.
and the sour cream just acts as kind of a thickener.
Okay.
So she'd use a little sour cream and just a little bit of cream cheese, and it worked out real well.
okay. Well, see, that ambrosia stuff, we don't only had that like maybe once or twice a year when
No,
I was growing up.
when I was growing up, it was constant. It was like everybody's favorite salad,
Okay,
so
shrimp
it
Because
would always be there.
you'd
I
probably
mean,
like.
we got it like at the family reunion,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, or if we had a uh, the families get together for a Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That'd
It's
be
not a
about the
week.
only time we ever had that ambrosia stuff. So
Yeah.
Well, do you know how big my family is?
I'm guessing it's pretty big.
I mean, we don't even have family reunions when it's just immediate family getting together. It's
Yeah.
it's like 100 people.
It's like state fair or something.
all right,
Yeah,
that's about like the family when I was growing up. With all my, I mean, my mom had 9 brothers and sisters.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay, and each one of them had 5, 6, 7 kids.
Damn.
So when there was a family reunion, just the immediate family on my mother's side was, yeah, I had lots of cousins.
Mm,
Yeah, so do I. So do I. Well, so did I. I mean, there's a lot of them not with us anymore,
well,
and
I
I'm the
can't.
oldest, so yeah, that'll tell you something.
Oh,
Yeah, imagine that, me being the oldest of anything. Wow, holy crap.
I can't picture it.
Yeah.
Oh, data. I was looking through some of my, for some reason, I was going through one of my uh, boxes that I packed up when I got out of the military, and there was a Casio pocket computer uh, back in the back in the day.
I'm googling it now.
In fact, right here it is.
Never
Wow, I've
had
never.
those.
Me
Never
neither.
played with them. Don't really care.
And what I did, well, working on the flight line, what I did was I put all of my aircraft part numbers and such into it, and all my quick references for my tech data and such. Well, I found the stupid thing, and does this thing still work? And I went ahead and put some batteries in it, and son of a gun, if it didn't still work.
Mm,
Yep. Well, back then
I,
things were made much better than they are today,
I
too.
was actually surprised that that thing still actually worked.
oh,
And it still had all my tech data and stuff in the memory after it had to be, 20 years that thing has sat there. And the memory was still full.
Yeah.
So I was surprised. But yeah, there's that thing I had. Now, of course, none of that information that was in that thing is any good anymore because it's all changed. it's like we had. God, did I tell you I went out? Had to go out to base last or 2 weeks ago get my wife new military ID,
Yeah, I
Nope.
just had to do that recently too.
and I went out there, and one of the young female airmen, come up, and she had a damn ponytail that went down between her shoulders.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute. Since when are women allowed to wear ponytails? The hair couldn't go below the collar
yeah,
back in the day, and now they're wearing just put their hair in a ponytail and that call it good.
yeah. Well, the standards are so much different today than they were.
I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And the young male airman that was helping me back in the day, he'd been on the Fat Boy program and would not have been allowed to be working. He would not have been up front in CBPO or dealing with the public because he definitely
Yeah,
did not present a military appearance. them buttons were straining like if I was trying to wear my old uniform.
yeah,
It's like you got. And he had the little bobblehead things on the desk.
yeah.
Oh my
And it's like
god.
I'm like, wait a second. I mean, we were lucky if we were allowed to have a picture of family
Yep.
members on the
Yep.
desk. And this guy's got
Toys.
he's got DC and Marvel bobbleheads on his desk.
Jesus Christ.
This is a baby. I'm dealing with a child here.
They're
But I didn't
collector's
say
items.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about it. In fact, I forgot to even look up to see what the new military dress standards were for. Because I meant to do that when I got home and I forgot about it.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? So, every year I go to my ship reunion, right? And every year they send sailors from the ship, and they send females and males, and I'm like looking at these guys going, oh, half the shit, man, would not have flown while I was in. And I just go, man, I just don't know about that. I don't say anything though, but it is what it is.
Well, I didn't say anything either, but that's what I was doing. I was sitting there looking at that, going, "What the hell?"
No, I just sit there and silently judge them, and then when the active duty people go away, all of us old timers sit around and talk trash about it. That's what you do, man. That's what you do.
We can't have reunions for my old unit because the unit has been disbanded. So,
Well, like say I went to another ship reunion where the ship had long since been gone, but it doesn't matter if it's disbanded or not. See, it's Navy's much more about tradition and stuff than a lot of the other places. So
in fact, I've got some stuff that I meant a couple of years ago to send to the Air Force historical place where they store relics.
Well, you can't send yourself in.
Well, that's true. Well, it's like when our unit was reformed back in the early 80s, a certain general, his wife did not like our unit emblem because it was a woman sitting on it was the Miss Fury.
Yeah.
I don't know if, okay, you know who the Furies are.
Yeah. I do.
Okay. Well, I had Miss Fury sitting on a cloud holding a skull in one hand. While the original unit, Miss Fury was topless
Yeah.
from World War II. So obviously it's like, okay, we're going to have to put a top on her because we can't have topless women on military patches anymore.
And that's part of the problem.
So, but then they didn't like that, having a woman sitting on a cloud. So they changed it to a griffin sitting on a
Yeah.
cloud. Well, that lasted for a few years. Then they went back to Miss Fury sitting on a cloud with a top on, holding a skull in her hand. Everything's fine and dandy. But I got the last flag of the Griffin and the first flag of Miss Fury, squadron flags.
Yeah.
I've got that flew over the squadron of the day of the changeover ceremony. I've got both of those flags in my possession. And they're just sitting in a box. So I was going to send them I meant to send them off to DC, to the Air Force historical place where when units been disbanded, they actually have a place where they collect all this stuff.
Yeah.
So that when a unit is reformed, they can send it to them to have all that historical stuff at the unit where it belongs, which I think is a pretty cool thing for them to do. Oh, bomber art? Yeah, bomber art's amazing. There's a lot of really good bomber art from World War II. That's something I wish the military had never gotten away from doing. Letting pilots and crew chiefs, maintenance crews and such, decorate their jets, their aircraft.
Yeah.
The Navy used to do that with their ships too, didn't they?
And their aircraft, because you realize, okay, so all right, first little trivia thing going on. All right. So the world's largest air force is the United States Air Force, correct?
Right.
The second largest air force in the world is the U.S. Navy.
Right.
All right. So just so you know. But yeah, so during World War II, the outside of the ships, they were camouflage, painted camouflage, right? But a tradition that's been alive in the Navy to this day is your door to your space, right? Is always painted. You paint something on that door. A few spaces are, don't do that, but all the weapons, spaces, engineering spaces, all those, they paint the doors, symbols on the doors, right? Like on one ship I was on, the ship seal had an owl in it, right? So on the hangar doors for the helicopter, right, there was this big owl with a set of chalks in his talons.
Okay.
Painted on that door. So yeah, it's pretty common. And then like most of the T-shirts and stuff that the ships have, most of that artwork and a lot of the patches the ships have, most of that artwork is done by crew members, right? And yeah, so over the years, the artwork and all that has changed dramatically. Because even on the old aircraft carriers during World War II, the back of their jackets were, those leather jackets they wore. They painted those as well.
Right.
The pilots and all that. So yeah, symbols in that are. I mean, it's very, very much a military thing, and different. Like you have the river boats, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the river boats were big in Vietnam and all that. World PT cruise. The PT boats in World War II. They all were painted as well. So yeah, it's a big thing. The symbols in that are a big thing in the military. And the Army, of course, has all their unit patches and all that. And see, and the reason why you guys do things the way you do in the Air Force is because until 1947, you were part of the Army. You weren't the Air Force
Yep.
until 1947. Now,
Yep,
Navy's
yep,
been
yep,
around
yep.
a lot longer. The Marine Corps was born first and given the date first, and then the Navy. So it goes Marines, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, and Coast Guard. I forgot the Coast Guard, but it's easy to do.
You also forgot the Army.
Yeah, I did. Well, I blew right over that. So what is it? It's Marine Corps, Navy, Army, Coast Guard, Space Force. I got it in order.
Hey.
Yeah, so I was at a mission barbecue the other day.
Oh, I love Mission Barbecue.
Oh,
They
I
actually,
do
they
too.
act for a franchise barbecue place. They've got pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, it's not bad. So I was in mission barbecue the other day, and so I asked the lady there because you get a free dessert if you're a veteran there, right? Or
I was not aware of that.
yeah, most of them will give you a free dessert.
They'd go broke here doing that kind of nonsense.
Well, it's just a little bitty cup. It's not a full. It's not a big deal. Just like it's like a little to-go cup with dessert in it. And it's not the point. It's just the point that they do something nice for you, right? So anyway, so I'm in Mission Barbecue there today, and so I'm looking up on the wall, and they have all the service flags, right? So I told the young lady, I said, "Hey, can you go grab your manager real quick? I need to talk to him." I said, "Don't worry, it's nothing bad or anything like that." So the manager comes out, and I'm like, "Dude, I hate to be that guy, but your service flags are out of order." And I said, you really should change those because somebody else come in, they could probably be a bit of a, um, they may not be nice about it. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, thanks for telling me." And I'm like, "Yeah, no worries." But yeah, I just thought it was funny because they were out of order. And as soon as I saw it, I couldn't look away until they were corrected. I just couldn't do it. Had to say something.
Okay, and I just get hit. Who wears earbuds to bed?
I don't know.
I don't wear
Why?
earbuds, but I
Why
wear my
would
headset to bed
why would someone wear earbuds to bed?
to go to sleep listening to something.
I can't sleep if I'm listening to something.
I listen to Ranting Monkey and a couple of other streamers, and their voices are very relaxing.
Yeah, Ranting Monkeys is, and he talks about that quite often about
Mm-hmm.
people listening to a stream to go to sleep.
Go to sleep,
And I
yeah.
just never, I'll tell you what, let's talk about Ranting Monkey for a minute.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about Ranting Monkey. I mean, personally, between me, you, and the Fence Post, I love Ranting Monkey, and I started listening to him before the Lords of the Night and all that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
when they were still trying to uh, pick a name, and
Yeah,
so
I started listening to him before that,
yeah. I mean,
but
I remember when they brought SDA in when it was just Monkey and Scribe.
Scribe, yeah, I remember when they brought SDA in and all that. All right, so there's been a few times when he has said things on streams that I have vehemently disagreed with him. vehemently disagreed with him. And then, so he said things on stream that I've disagreed with. And,
Mhm.
if you agree with somebody 100% of the time, then you need to check yourself because,
Yeah.
you're being brainwashed or whatever, right? So there's been times I've disagreed with them.
Right.
And, I've even, put in chat that I disagreed with him. I've even sent him money to tell him specifically I disagreed with him.
Well.
Well, I haven't sent him money to tell him I disagree with them,
Oh,
but
I've sent him super chats just because I wanted to make sure he saw that, and I wanted him to know that I disagreed with him because I'm like that. All right.
I need to start giving my opinion out on Twitch and sending you a link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so then, so I'm listening. I had to catch up from last week because I didn't listen to him very much. So I'm listening to a stream, and he's talking about himself, and what he's saying contradicts what he said that I agreed with, that I disagreed with him on.
All
And I'm
right.
like, dude, man, no self-awareness, what? So
Ooh.
yeah, now I'm just like, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to hassle with him a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I want to argue with him just
You're not
because
gonna be that guy, are you?
I am.
Oh, God damn, I knew it.
But no, it's not in a bad way or anything. I just want to argue with him.
Oh my
Monkey and
God.
I have had quite a few disagreements.
Oh yeah.
Scribe is the one that I've really had a lot of disagreements with.
Well, a lot of things Scribe says I do not agree with, and we're in a few areas we are diametrically opposed. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy his content, because a lot of his content I really enjoy. But yeah, we're two totally different people. But Scribe doesn't often contradict himself like Monkey does.
Okay.
And that's all. And it's it's not a bad thing. What he's contradicting himself on, I don't mind so much. It's just that in the instance where I disagreed with him, he was very vehement and everything. And now I just kind of want to poke at him a little bit. I just want to argue a little bit with him because I think it would be fun. And it's not that I want to win or lose the argument. I could care less. It's not the point. The point is I just want to argue with him. So that's all.
Okay.
It's simple. But yeah, no, I really like Scribe's content too, especially when he does those TED Excellences.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, see, you have to be of a certain age to understand that picture and what's wrong with it. People that were born in the 80s and 90s won't get it. Because, they quit making those cars, right?
Yeah.
And the only place they still make them is Mexico.
Oh, it's a beautiful car.
But, okay.
I like it.
Yeah, that VW, the newer VW Bug that they tried to make a few years ago just sucked. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're a chick car.
Data, I grew up listening to Rain on a tin roof. So,
but I like the tires.
Yeah, back in the day, that was quite the car.
Mm-hmm.
I did not fit in those cars. I was too tall for them.
Oh my God.
So my cousin,
at 6'3", I was too tall to fit comfortably in that car.
I don't know anybody other than my kids that would fit in that car okay, because everybody I know is tall. It sucks. But as you were saying, Don, sorry.
Well, so back when I was like 16, 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
My cousin and his wife, who lived in Colorado, came out to California driving a VW Bug. And
those things were tiny.
yeah, so the car broke down on him in California. So his brother said, "You can drive my truck." One of those little Datsun trucks, remember those?
Barely.
Yeah, little Datsun trucks. He says, "You can drive this back to Colorado, and I will." He left him a couple $100, and he says, "We'll fix this VW and drive it back to you." So we did some research and found out that it was just easier just to go get a new engine, right? So we pulled the engine out of that Bug, threw it in the back of the trunk of my car, drove it down to this place, and got a new VW engine. Came back, and 48 hours later, we were ready to go to California or to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, so why not? We just head out, right? So everybody expected us to take about 14, 16 hours to make the drive.
Oh no.
So as we're heading out, we a couple young ladies we met up with driving this yellow VW Bug. met up with a
They
couple
were
young.
so cute.
We met up with a couple young ladies at a gas station. Made a side trip to a ghost town in California, and then we got to Utah, and it started getting really cold,
Mm-mm.
and the heater wasn't working in this Bug. So we stopped at a rest stop. So we get a couple hours sleep, right? So we go in the bathroom and start hitting the hand dryer thing,
Uh-huh.
put warm air in there.
Uh-huh.
So it got kind of warm, fell asleep for a couple hours, and we went out and did some scientific engineering to get heat in that car.
Oh no.
And we started out again and got a little further down the road and got made another side trip and all this. So anyway, long story short, we get to Colorado. They had called because it took us about 27 hours to get there, 28 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So they had called the cops, and everybody was out looking for us.
Oh my God.
They were pretty sure we had wrecked and died somewhere. Because there were no cell phones back then,
That is true.
and we didn't think to call and say, hey, we're enjoying life. But
Right. And it's also pretty likely they might not even have had an answering machine. Not everybody had them either.
more than likely, yeah. So yeah. But I thought it was pretty funny.
It is kind of.
We got.
I mean,
yelled
you
at.
weren't that delayed.
No, we'd
No.
done a lot of screwing around and stuff because
Yeah, you're young. You're not like you're gonna just go straight there and not do any sightseeing or anything. Shit.
yeah, especially when the site's involved. But anyway,
you were with your friends. Let's just leave it at that.
yeah, doing
Fun
friend
stuff with your friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was that. That was fun.
I always wanted a VW. I always thought that I would grow up and get one of those, and then they stopped making them because they were super fucking cheap. You used to be able to buy one used from like a friend from like 150, 200 bucks tops.
Yeah.
And that, because they weren't electric really, you could just go and buy a part and switch it out. It was low maintenance and shit,
Oh yeah, you could switch out the entire engine. I mean, that's
the
for a
engine,
couple
the
$100.
training, the brakes. I mean, you just gotta have to ask a buddy how to do it, and they tell you. And
Pretty
you
much,
do
yeah.
it.
They were pretty easy. German
Well, a lot of
engineering and everything.
cars back then were like that. Now you've got all these electric cars that, and I don't mean like the fucking Tesla. I mean like there's so much electronics in a car now. You can't just go.
Even regular cars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The car I have now, it's a piece of crap, and it's like almost 10 years old. But if I needed to fix it, I couldn't do it. I couldn't be like, hey, so the lights are blinking like this, and what do I do to fix it? I mean, I could Google what the problem was, but I couldn't fix it. I'd have to take it in. So yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Well, yeah.
Well, the owner
Help.
manual used to tell you how to adjust your points and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Now it just doesn't do any of that. It just tells you where all the buttons are.
Yeah.
Well, my wife's car, I went to, got the wife the new to us car a couple weeks back, and I wanted to get the dash cam put into it.
Yeah.
And the
Hmm.
people were saying, well, you have to buy a new head unit. I'm like, no, I don't need a new head unit
No,
to put a dash cam in. And, trying to convince these guys that,
they're trying to upsell you.
I don't want, just give me the simple basic dash cam with front and rear cameras
Hmm.
so that if somebody hits her or rear ends her, I've got
She
it
has
on
to.
film.
Yeah.
I've got it footage of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I need to buy a dash cam myself.
I have one. I haven't installed it yet. I had to replace my old one.
And the I've already had the now I use an
And
app on an old Android cell phone
yeah,
for
Okay.
mine. And the only drawback to that is in the summertime, the heat, if it, if you're
Uh,
driving more than 15, 20 minutes, it'll shut down because of overheating.
right.
But fortunately, I only need it to last that long to get to work and back.
Well, if you really want the cams for your wife's car, you could just order them and put them in yourself. It's not, you know.
Well, no, I finally got one. It's $400 for a new one to go
Wow,
in. Um,
things are really getting pricey now.
yeah, they are.
Mine were like 150 a few years ago.
yeah, they still are. You can get them pretty inexpensively, but I want to get a good one. So
Yeah,
Hmm.
400. $400. You can get a good dash cam.
we're looking. Okay, so looking at car and driver, right?
Hmm.
The best dash cam for most people is the Rave R2 4K, and it's $120.
Hmm.
Um, they have a budget one for 65. Um, 100. Yeah. So if and the number one dash cam that Car and Driver recommends, it's $180. It's the Road Patrol,
Hmm.
but you
Well,
have to expand the memory when you buy it.
yeah. Well, we're at
So,
that time. Dar-
oh yeah, yeah, we definitely are. It's time for me to go.
It's time for Dar to
Yeah.
get back to work.
Oh no,
And
it's lunchtime with the wife.
that's even more
Oh.
important.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Oh, I need that ice cream.
You know, the wife's sort of mad at me because I haven't been eating any ice cream. I've been eating them. That mesh
Oranges.
bag full of
Cuties.
no frozen Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
No.
You walk into Walmart, and they usually have them sitting right there at the
Oh, the
door.
ice pops.
Yeah, the ice pops.
Oh, I love those fucking things.
Ugh.
Nah,
I've
man,
gone
the
through
mango and the blue are really good.
I've gone through a bag of those here in the past 2 weeks.
That's just liquid sugar. You know that. That's not good
I
for
It's
know
you.
that's
that.
all it is. It's sugar and water with food
It's
Nah,
coloring in it.
man.
it's Kool-Aid.
Those mango ones are really good, and so are the blue ones. Don't judge me.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I go in at night. Go back in the freezer. I pull four out. Sit down on the couch with a pair of scissors.
Oh no. Oh
And
man.
I sit there and eat all four of them.
You're terrible.
Uh,
You're supposed to be watching your sugar.
I don't have diabetes.
You should be watching your sugar.
That's the only sugar I eat.
Okay.
That's really about the only thing I eat with a lot of sugar.
All right.
Because I mean, like even the chicken I did yesterday, I left the sugar out of it, substituted garlic for sugar.
Oh wait, I'm the one that's supposed to be watching her sugar. Damn.
Ah.
Yeah, that
Ah.
happened.
All right. Well, any last words there, Ramen?
Yeah, don't drink too much. Don't trip any dicks on your way home. Just chill. That's all I got. It's been a weird week.
Don't trip on any dicks on your way home.
Okay, you know what? It's been a really weird week. Okay, don't judge me.
I want to know who Ramen's hanging out with.
Nobody ever
I mean,
again.
I've heard of women tripping and falling on a dick, but
No, never again.
not tripping over
I mean, I
them.
never did that. I'm just saying.
Well, let me tell you, when
God
when
damn
they
it.
do trip over it, it hurts. I'm just telling you.
Oh my God! Girl Scout Thin Mints ice cream cone cups.
Oh, gross.
You don't like Thin Mints?
No.
Oh, I love frozen Thin Mints.
They're disgusting. You guys.
But they made it into an ice cream cone Keebler. I don't know if I should get it or not. No, I'm not getting it. I'll be good.
Do what,
Oh
you
no,
do
hey
whatever
Ramen,
you think you need to do.
get those and some mint M&Ms. Freeze the M&Ms, crush them, and put them and mix them in with your ice cream.
Okay, I'm gonna confess I don't like the mint M&Ms. I know it's horrible.
I'm gonna confess, you guys are grossing me out.
My only issue right now is I have to figure out whether I'm gonna get short ribs, sausage and meatballs, or chicken for the gravy tomorrow.
Sausage.
Okay, maybe.
Sausage and meatballs.
It's always sausage.
It's work, but I'll do it. I can just throw the ribs in the oven. I gotta mix the meatballs. Okay, that's settled. I just have to buy the
Well,
meatballs.
no. Please tell me you're not one of the people who cook your ribs in the oven.
I don't have a grill. No, but you know what I do? I like sear them on the stove. But these are going into sauce. They don't need to be barbecued. I sear them on the stove to get a nice crust on them, and then I slow cook them in the oven until they're falling off the bone.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
They're so good in the spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's the thing, the pellet grill is just like, it's like an oven that adds a little bit more smoke flavor is all.
You're making slow cook Italian sauce. You don't want charcoal in it. So this is a really, because I smother.
No, I'm talking about ribs.
Yeah, I'm talking about ribs too. You don't want like charcoal on the fucking sauce.
Yeah, you don't want that smoky flavor in there.
You don't want that.
You're basically braising your ribs.
Mm-hmm. And I'm covering it with thin sliced onion and thin slivered garlic and all the good stuff. And they are so good. Like, you don't even want to wait for them to simmer in the sauce. You just want to eat them right there. But
no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh man, they come out so good like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how my Uncle Carmine used to do it. So.
Yeah. See, I've hung around with a lot of paisans in my day.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm kind of tempted to do the ribs like that because I don't, Yeah. Fucking, I'm getting short ribs.
Because it's good that way.
It's really good. And they all, like all those meats, they each have a different flavor to the sauce. So.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm going to bail.
Have a good weekend.
Words of wisdom there before you run out, Dar. Got
Words
any?
of wisdom, always be yourself.
There you go.
Unless you can be a sailor, then always be a sailor.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Peace out.
Yes, Data, I love frozen grapes.
They're good. They are fucking good.
I'll eat frozen grapes over ice cream. But yes, I will take frozen grapes over ice cream any day of the week. So, but everybody, okay, as always, Ramen, thank you for coming out. Dar, thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Chat, nobody, Arnie, let's see, B Token was in.
He's still lurking.
Is he? I'm Data, of course. I didn't see Sean come in today.
He might be a busy guy today.
Yep. And then Becca and Duck Dog. I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening to us ramble today. It's been a pretty good stream. I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. All right. Everybody, please have a good weekend. If you're going to get in trouble, have at least as much fun getting out of it as you did getting into it. And, of course, be with the ones you love and love the ones that you're with. Bye-bye.